Do you have excess stale inventory that's just been around too long in your eBay shop? Could these items be hindering the overall visibility of your eBay inventory? Could these slow selling items in your inventory even be damaging your search relevance and also your sales performance on eBay? Good questions, right? So let's take a look. What's up, guys? So I'm Josh, the Bama Jaybird. This is Bama Jaybird Resell. Today we are going to be continuing our look at how to power up slow sales on eBay, specifically as it relates to stale inventory and the implications that it has on our sales. So in the last video on this topic, we discussed 3 tried and true strategies which are guaranteed to get sales moving. They included sourcing quality inventory, pricing your items appropriately, and also using consistent listing practices and strategies. Check out the link in the description. If you haven't watched it yet, go ahead and check it out. And while you're at it, go ahead and hit that like button. All right, so let's dig a little bit deeper then into our topic of stale inventory and the implications it has on our sales and on our store. So what do we do about all the old stale inventory from past sourcing and listing mistakes that just keeps lying around? All it's doing is gathering dust, holding back the efficiency and the sell-through rate of our online store. Now look, don't sit there and kid yourself, right? We all have this kind of stuff sitting around. Everyone has those items in their listed inventory. Some of us have a few, some of us have dozens. Others may even have hundreds or even thousands of these items that are doing nothing. They're just not selling. Probably more than a few of us have some tucked away in a death pile somewhere. So let's talk about some of the questions and comments that you likely already have about this topic. First of all, so some would say, well, I don't mind waiting on things to sell. Well, true, and neither do I to a degree. But what impact is this having on your store? You need to think about this. 2, well, I've got tons of storage, so slow moving inventory really is not an issue for me. Well, it's not an issue for you, but what is slow moving inventory telling eBay about your store? Some may say, I thought having a large listed inventory was a good thing. Well, sure. So having a large inventory can be a surefire pathway to huge earnings on eBay. But if and only if the items in that inventory are selling within an appropriate amount of time. So last, maybe the question, is it really such a big deal to have unsold inventory just sitting there? I think you might be surprised at just how much this dead weight in your store could be holding you back and holding your store performance back. All right, so this gets us to the big why. Sorry, I just thought I'd do that. But anyway, why is all this so important? Why are we even talking about this? Well, it all goes back to sell-through rate. And we aren't talking about using individual item sell-through rate calculations to determine, okay, should we source an item or should we not? No, what we're talking about is the overall sell-through rate of the items in your eBay store. Wait, what? Yes, the overall sell-through rate of the inventory in your store. You see, that overall sell-through rate of your store is factored into the eBay algorithm that ultimately will drive traffic to your store if that sell-through rate is good. According to eBay, a bad overall sell-through rate for your store and an abundance of slow-selling inventory will have an adverse effect on your entire account's search relevancy. That's terrible. Ultimately, it'll suck the life out of your store. So, wait, I thought visibility was mainly driven by how much I was willing to invest in promoted listings on eBay. Well, that's a yes and no question, right? Yes, you will get more visibility using promotions. But no, it's not the only factor that determines how visible your items are or where they land in search results. It is a fact that eBay offers a variety of ways to increase the number of eyes on your inventory through various paid promotional programs that it offers. But eBay, like any other company, also knows what is good for business. So stores that consistently make sales and move inventory in a timely manner are more valuable to the company. Those stores get more organic impressions, higher traffic volume, and ultimately more unpaid attention from the eBay algorithm. So I know what you're probably thinking at this point. What can I do to fix this problem? Well, there's more than one way to skin a cat, right? That's the country saying, but it's kind of gross too, right? But there exists more than one answer to this question, and the focus of any answer should be to get rid of stale inventory as quickly as possible, while also recouping as much of your initial investment as possible. So don't just automatically delist everything, donate it, or throw it all away. So I think a good place for any of us to start would be to ask ourselves, why is this particular item not selling? Is there a demand? Is condition a problem? Is the pricing right? Is the category correct? Are the pictures and description needing improvement? Is the shipping information correct? Has the market for the item changed since I first listed it? So I will continue this topic in the next 2 videos by introducing in each one a different strategy for getting rid of the stale inventory that's bogging down your store performance, slowing down your eBay sales, and hindering your overall search relevancy as a result. The first will be a basic look into optimization using delisting and relisting. The video after that will be looking at what I dub the slash and burn style, using a tiered system of markdown sales and promotions to get rid of the stale inventory. So stay tuned for the next couple of videos as we dive deeper into this topic. But for now, let's take a look at what sold. All right, guys, so let's just jump on into what sold. Remember, I've got 14 items going out the door today for $467.50. So a pretty good little total. All right, so the first item, I do have a lot of clothes. I'm just going to warn you. I've had a couple of videos lately where it was not real heavy on clothes, but here we go again. This is a, this is one of those sales like that, man. It's terrible. But anyway, this is an American Eagle Henley. It's actually a really nice shirt. It's in like a mint green color, but I sold this for $4 plus shipping. I gave like $1 for it. I'm just glad to get rid of it, and I'll not make that mistake again. I do know that they're not always bad. With stuff like that, if you can get them for like $1 or less and then lot 2 or 3 together, you can do okay. But selling them individually, I would not advise it. So I don't want to just throw the good stuff in. You know, I could leave that out and just mask it, but we all have things like that. The next sale, and guys, I'm just going to go ahead and tell you, I didn't put these in any kind of order today. I normally go from the, smallest dollar value to the highest, but on this, I did not. So this is a box set from that big music buyout. This is Cream. And of course, the lead guitarist for Cream was Eric Clapton, if you don't know. And this sold for $20 plus shipping. All right, next up, I have this huge lot of CDs. Now, this is from the previous CD buy that I had made, and this is a pretty big lot. I think this is, let's see, it's 15 CDs. And I don't know if you can read the titles there in the camera. I'll try to show you. Pretty cool set. This includes like Tommy Lee, Skid Row, there's a Bon Jovi, POD, Poison, Godsmack. You get the picture. A pretty interesting collection of some hard rock, heavy metal type stuff. And this sold for $30 plus shipping. So this is 15 CDs selling for 30 bucks. That's not a large amount per CD, but again, in these, I think I had a dime or less in these. And I'm in all profit on those. I have long been all profit for that particular purchase. Next item, I have another clothing item, and this is a shirt. So this is Drake. Let's see if I can get that part to show at least. Drake is a really good brand of clothing. So this is Drake Waterfowl. This is a large shirt, like 2XL, really big size, big man shirt in a royal blue button down, super nice long sleeve. I sold this for $25 plus shipping. If you can grab these kind of cheap, they'll sell pretty good in that $20, $25 range. Every now and then you might find one that'll sell for $30 or a little more if you're willing to wait. But you can move them pretty fast for around 25 bucks. All right, next item. This one's really cool. This is a vintage Nike Air Force jersey. This is the Air Force Falcons basketball jersey. So again, a good time of year for basketball jerseys. All right, so next item up, I have a Pokemon special Pikachu edition for Game Boy Color. So these are really good to pick up. Anytime you see anything that is Pokemon related, it generally it's going to be decent. And you find it Pokemon and Nintendo, and you know, if you get a good price on it, you might want to grab it. This sold for $47 plus shipping. This is still part of my big Nintendo buy that I made back last year. I'm still selling pieces out of that. And I have a second item from that same purchase. This is a 007. The World Is Not Enough. This is N64 cartridge, and this sold for $15 plus shipping. So the next item I have, this is a pair of Vans, and do you recognize this? Do you recognize this? Anybody remember this from their childhood? So still popular today, but more so probably a few years back. This is Sailor Moon, and so I thought these were super cool. They did have a little damage. One of the back pieces were gone, the stamp, the Van stamp. I think that's probably why they didn't sell faster and sell for more money. But these sold for $28 plus shipping, and I think I gave like $4.99 for these. I gave them a good washing and cleaned the soles up on them, and did pretty good. I mean, I'll take 4 into 28. I'd rather got 40 for them, especially after having to clean them like I did, but it's all right. No big deal. Next item. I have a pair of Carhartt pants. So these are Carhartt Relaxed Fit. These are 36-30. And this is kind of like the twill material. This is not the canvas material style. And these are flawed. They do have some staining on them, which I noted in the listing. And I priced these down because of that. Now, look, when I buy these at my local thrift shops, I'm given usually, you know, the high end is like $5. But most of the time it's like $2 to $2.50 that I'm giving for these. And I think these come from the one that's a little bit down the road from me, which would be about $2.50. And I sold them for $15. So still an easy list, easy sell, easy to ship. I'll take $2.50 into $15. I don't want to have a store full of those types of items, but I'm good with having some of those. Now this next item is another awesome brand that I sell on here from time to time. I got quite a few of the pants that I need to get out. This is Cool. And this is the Fugitive Flannel is what this is called. This one is in like a brown and olive, maybe like a brown and olive colorway. And very nice plaid. This is a medium. Had it been a larger size, it probably would have moved a little faster. I actually wound up taking an offer of 20 bucks for this one. It is well worn. It has been used a lot, but they still hold value. It's just a really good brand. So $20 out the door. I gave $6.99, so $6.99 into 20. Not a huge profit on that one, but definitely a profit. And my next item. These are also pretty good to watch out for. This is a Polo Ralph Lauren. So you can see the, well, if I can get it just right, maybe you can see right there. So Polo Ralph Lauren. And this is the rugby style. So, you know, there's the horse, but you'll see stitching. See the diamond stitching here? So these rugby style polos, it's also got the different collar, you know. These are always really good, and they tend to sell for a higher price than your basic polos do. I actually took an offer of $20 plus shipping on this one, and I think I had it listed up at like $35. I've had this one a little while. There wasn't anything wrong with it. This is actually an XLT, which is a good size. It just hasn't moved as fast as they sometimes do, but still a good pickup. I think I gave $4.99 or $5.99 for that one. Again, sold it for $20 plus ship. This next item was a really good pickup. We got this near Christmas this last year, and I did not get these listed before Christmas was over, but they are going to still sell. This is a vintage needlepoint stocking. You may have a hard time, but it is needlepoint, so it looks like tapestry kind of. Really, really cool stocking. Santa playing tennis. It does have some damage. You see right there on the red, there's some places where some threads have come loose. I made note of that. I took a lot of close-up pictures of it, listed it, explained all that, priced it down because of that. Some of these to sell for a lot. This one still sold for $39.99, for basically 40 bucks plus shipping. Next item going out is Ted Nugent. Ted Nugent. This is a DVD from my music buyout, and this is called Full Bluntal Nudity. Full Bluntal Nudity. Play on words, I guess, right? But this is a live concert from 2003, and this sold for $4.89 plus shipping. Remember, I think I said this in a previous video. I tried to pick out items from this lot that I bought out that would sell for $5 to $7 or more, and kind of stick with those on singles. But I am taking offers. So, you know, if I list it for $7.99 or $8.99 and somebody gives me a decent offer that's close to $5 on the cheaper stuff, I'm going to let it go out the door. Because otherwise, I'm probably looking at throwing that on Whatnot or throwing it on a yard sale for like $1 and seeing, you know, if I can get rid of it. And the last item, this is a pretty cool item too. I did take kind of a low offer on these. Sometimes I do that just because it lets them move. But this is a pair of vintage Tommy Hilfiger. You can see the flag there. Vintage Tommy Hilfiger. It's on the pocket. And these are women's jeans. These are a size 11 boyfriend cut. So these are like the Y2K era. And they do have some of the stone washing going on. They're supposed to be black, but they're a little faded from black. I had an email, I guess an email, you know, an exchange on Messenger on the eBay app with the person that bought these. And they were curious about the color because, you know, sometimes it's hard to get the pictures to come out perfect on color. And one looked darker than the other. And so I was trying to help understand which one was the more correct as far as the color. But they wound up thinking on it a day or two and then made me an offer of 14 bucks. And I took it, $14 plus shipping. I think I had these listed at like 24 or something like that. So I took, you know, kind of a low offer. But usually when I grab these guys, I'm grabbing these for like, again, $3, $4 or less. And so I don't remember where I got these. I wish I could. I forgot on these. But I'm pretty sure it came from one of my local stores where I can grab it kind of like out of a bin. And that would be like $2.50 into 14. Let's say worst case scenario, $5 into 14. I'm not losing anything. And, you know, I don't have a ton of sales like that. I probably had about 3 in this lot where, you know, it was just a matter of moving it out. You know, you get an offer, you keep things rolling. Sometimes I feel like on eBay, when we take an offer and sales have been slow, it seems to help speed things up. I don't know if there's something about it like just allowing or being willing to accept an offer, if it kind of spurs you a little bit in the algorithm or with eBay. But, you know, I don't know. I try to take offers if it's something reasonable, and that's what I've done on those pants. So that's just the way it is. All right, so that's the sales. I went through those kind of quick. I know sometimes I probably talk too long about them. Some of you may say, oh, you go too fast and, you know, you didn't talk enough about them or didn't let us look at them long enough. But y'all let me know in the comments what you prefer. It really doesn't matter to me. Actually, I'm such a talker. It's very hard for me to limit myself. I just get carried away when I'm talking. So if you haven't been watching my videos, you will figure that out. All right, guys, so that's all I've got for you in this video today. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have not caught that first video, make sure you check out the link down below. It'll help make this video make more sense. Also, don't forget that the Highway 127 Pickin The Plateau 2024 meetup will be happening during the 127 yard sale. This is going to be in August, and all the details are below. It will be hosted by the Two Old Guys Reselling podcast. That's myself and Caleb over the Old Paths, and co-hosted by the Reseller Locker Room podcast. Guys, if you're interested in attending, again, check out the Eventbrite link down below, and you can find all the information you need for tickets, support packages, and sponsorships. All right, so again, guys, it's been so great to have you with me today. If you haven't already subscribed and you found this video useful, guys, I ask that you go ahead and subscribe, hit that like button, and also drop a comment down below to let me know what you think about this topic and if you have any questions. Guys, as always, I love you, God loves you, and whatever you do, don't you ever, ever, ever give up. I will see you on the next one.